Hello guys, welcome to Solar Predictions, and that will be your weekly reading. So let's go directly to shuffling the cards, and we are going to start with Aries first as per usual. And while I'm shuffling, I want to remind you guys that if you do want me to perform you a private reading, hello friend, you can always purchase one at www.tarotpredictions.net, which is written here in the post, and as soon as the purchase is done, we're going to schedule an appropriate time for both of you. So hello Pauline, how are you doing? Thank you, Sharon. Hi, hello everybody. Okay. So that being said, for Aries, we do have the King of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles with the Star card. So for Aries, that will be a week of quite a lot of exploration. Basically, Aries are going to search for, well, let's say, knowledge through experimentation. So let's focus firstly and mainly on the career thing. I mean, it is likely that there could be someone that you're going to interact with, a person here with the King of Pentacles, someone who like wants to contribute to your agendas, wants to contribute to your projects. Let's say that this person is willing to help, however he kind of like needs I'm saying it is because it is most likely a male, but it could be also a female. He rather likes to see a true plan. Let's give you an example. It is kind of like asking for a loan from a bank, asking for a mortgage. You have to present a certain plan how you're going to return the investments, and so after that they will be able, as soon as they approve your plan, they will be able to give you, or they will approve you to give you the money. So that being said, it's the same thing here. I mean, it's a person who can really contribute towards your career. That could be a new boss or a new supervisor, I don't know, or a new member of the team that is willing to invest into your projects, guys. However, this person is kind of require from you to show them that the things you are doing, especially talking about private businesses here, Aries, that could be a very valuable asset at your business, but it does require a kind of like, what is the word here, guys? Reassurance that basically the new plan of the business is gonna go forward, and it is something productive. However, it isn't about a private business, but it is about a ongoing career, Aries. Then these cards are showing that this person wants to see how you play with things. And how you play, I mean, is that most likely that's your boss or supervisor, which is throwing you a random tasks, small tasks that you need to juggle in between them, and kind of like keep them ongoing, all of them. And under all of them, I mean that there will not be just one or two, they could be a bunch of them. And you should not keep up the speed here, and you should never say that you don't have time for this. It is because it's what they want to see from you, that you always have a time for a new challenge. So that being said, for your career, Aries, it is mandatory you to not kind of like decline any proposition of small tasks that come into your work. It is because you will be tested from somebody, so they can see, are you cost effective for their subsidization, for their financing, if we can say it that way. And the star card, guys, here shows that this kind of week have a reflection for a long-term future. It says that whatever these kind of tasks are thrown to you, whatever this person wants to give you, or kind of like wants to contribute towards your things into your career or toward your career in general. It's kind of like it will be for a long-term duration. It's not going to be just something momentary, and you know, he just give you a certain amount of money, for example, or give you only one task and then they just disappear. It will be a long-term partnership. Now, talking about your relationship, guys, with these cards for Aries, Aries are very important to realize this is a week of insights for them regarding relationship, and Aries are about to realize that one relationship cannot go as smooth as they want it to go, or in control as they want it to go. I mean, shenanigans happens, and that week will be full of them, which means that you have to be adaptable, and not only adaptable but as well playful. I mean, the best results this week, Aries, either into your career or into your relationship, you will have by being able to align, by being able to pick one thing and align it into your plan, to be agile, if that's the word. And in the same time, guys, there are certain, especially relationship wise, there are certain connections that you can use in order to consolidate your relationship. I hope that this makes sense to you in a certain way. Let's say that you and your partner yesterday had a big fight and they just don't want to pick up the phone, then these cards are gonna reflect to a situation where you ask a common friend to pass out a word or to pass out a message to your partner, and this is what means that you need to bring a connection into the matter. But nonetheless, guys, if done right, then there will be a lot of love that will be shared in between the two people. I mean, between the Aries and their partner in one relationship, if executed right. And with that being said, if any shenanigan that comes to you should be accepted as a not as a challenge, guys, but as a opportunity to have adventure, you know, and to as a surprise rather than as something that oppresses you. Okay, let me shuffle now and we can go to Taurus. Evening, Marianne. Okay, so Taurus is the first card. That will be the Ace of Cups with the Lovers. Is the second with the Page of Wands. A very, very emotional week. It is coming in your way, Taurus. So let's focus first onto your career. You have the opportunity into your career to choose among things to work upon that are really amusing you, which are really giving you pleasure to work upon. So that particular week for you, Tauruses, is going to be, especially for your career, is what I'm saying. It will be a week, I cannot say of extreme progress, no, but in the same time, guys, that will be a week where the career thing, the job, the work itself, the duties, the responsibilities, you know, the people especially into your career field are going to only contribute for your well-being, for your personal comfort. You're going to feel very loved, if you can say it that way, into your company. I mean, in the company that you're working on, you're going to feel that the people there are supporting you. And also the projects, the tasks that you are working on, if you doesn't have any interest right now into them, something is going to happen there as a minor change into these tasks which are going to make them a little bit more interesting, a little bit more challenging, but challenging to an state where you are not afraid to take on that challenge. You're not, you know, you are not oppressed by the challenge, but actually you are tickled. You are talented in a positive way to take it on and to face it with a quiet smile. Now, into your career, however, despite that people around you are going to be gentle, you know, people around you are going to be um, rather kind with you, you cannot, or it's not cannot, but you shouldn't um, expect for their help. Not that they will not give it to you guys, but because we do have the page of wands here, this week will be most productive if you try to take on these tasks, if you try to take on your projects on your own, because this week is all about your personal comfort and your personal strengths and your personal emotions. And this is also something very important here as Tauruses. You shouldn't allow your emotions into your work to give a shade to your performance, okay, and to the results that are about to reach. And under a shade, I mean that sometimes from emotional side of view we are doing stupid things, and here we have to be very careful what kind of an approach, or kind of you Tauruses have to be very careful what kind of an approach you're going to take toward your projects. And the approach should be only the one that asks from you for your professionalism and for your sense of exploration, for your sense of challenge, and for your sense of adventure. These cards are also very positive, guys, for those who have difficulties into their career. These cards are saying that something is going to happen, a minor but significant change. What I mean minor and significant change is a change that is going to make the ongoing difficulties that you do have completely irrelevant to you anymore. So even if even if you do have, let's say, even if your project failed in the previous week, this week, at the start of this week, you start doing something different immediately that is not going to give you time to mourn for the failure of that project, or it could be circumstances that will allow you to reanimate the project back again. Now, for your relationship, these are beautiful cards. Very emotional week for one relationship. I mean, your partner, it is likely that your partner is going to tell you that they love you a lot, and also they will try to do anything to make you feel comfortable, to make you feel warm, and to make you feel loved by someone. That being said, guys, they will be abnormally gentle, and they will be abnormally dedicated to the relationship, and to the fact that they want to make you feel comfortable, and to that they want to make you feel like you are the only one for them. Now the page of wands here shows that most of them, or kind of like the majority of them, will not be able to do it right from the first time, because they don't get used to that kind of interactions, you know, intimacy, caressing also, and flattering. It's not going to be really a flattering, but they will going to submit and to express certain emotions which they haven't until now, and that will make them feel a little bit uncomfortable. That being said, first time they may not be able to express it as well as they should, or as well as they can, and that may make you feeling a little bit uneasy and awkward as well, and they may start feeling awkward, but with the time passes they will find the right approach to do so. Those single guys, this looks like a lot of flirting with somebody, with a real potential of a certain commitment moving on forward into the future. However, that commitment is based on a choice that you need to make, okay, and that choice usually comes with the Lover's card there. It usually comes to a point where you have to choose what you have to do against what you want to do. So when that time comes, you need to be true to yourself. Okay, so now let me shuffle and we can go to Gemini. So for Gemini, we do have Temperance is the first card with the Queen of Swords, with the Two of Pentacles. So it is advisable for Gemini this week, guys, not to take much of an initiative, especially talking about career. There is a person that has to do their job before you can do yours, and this will be a week of conflicts, but not very active. So which means that there are not going to be a verbal with physical contact and with with mental contact as well. It is just the approaches that you do. I mean, the coping with your job is gonna interfere with somebody else's, which somebody else's is much more important at this stage to yours. That being said, guys, you gotta give the lead into this person here, that Queen of Swords girl or a woman, or it could be also a man. And you should kind of like, instead of focusing on something very important into your career, on the important project, on the important maneuvers, it is rather this week, guys, you should take on the chores into your career. I like finalizing a paperwork, you know, and these kind of stuff. Nothing from a great importance, is because this time around the job of this person is from the greater importance in the company, or for the company that you're working at, and they should not be obstructed, if I can say it that way. And somehow some of the majority of your projects, I mean your important projects that you're working on, are obstructing her or his work, and they need to be kind of like part free in order to move forward. Otherwise you're going to win a let's say a very fearsome enemy on your behalf. So how you're going to recognize that, guys, you will be approached from this person, and they will tell you not to touch, you know, this project, not to do that activity, in this kind of stuff. And at the start you are going to be aggravated by that and quite annoyed, because, you know, who can tell you what you can do and what you cannot? I mean, only your boss can do that. But here at this point it is required a little bit of understanding and compromise, mutual one as well. And this time around you have to be the one who has to take the back seat, because next week, who knows, you may be the one that needs to take the lead, and then you will not have the opposition of this person. Nonetheless, you need to know that if you are able to win this person as your ally, that will be a very valuable ally, because that person here really knows how to push things through. Also, for those who are suffering health issues, I don't usually speak for health, but these cards are showing that it is likely that your health is going to be improved this week. Talking about your relationship with these cards, guys, then you should avoid any kind of argument outside the relationship for the relationship itself, or kind of like take a part of arguments. What I mean is that maybe your partner will have a certain difficulty with a person around them. Maybe your partner will have a certain difficulties, let's say, with their parents. Well, you should not take a part of that. You should not take a side of that, but rather you need to stay middle grounded. Okay. Same thing goes if you do have arguments with your partner. You shouldn't be way too tenacious and bruising upon them. You shouldn't take advantage of the emotions you both have toward one another, but rather it will be best this way around, guys, Geminis, to kind of like be more passive, and whatever is thrown to you, what I mean, as a accusation, for example, or as a you know, as a statement that you're not doing as you should do, and this kind of stuff, try to not pay too much attention into it, and try to, if you can, of course, put it into your to-go list for moving on forward and align it into your plan. But if you can, that will not be the end of the world as well, because we do have a compromise card here, and that compromise should come from both sides. So if something is happening into your relationship this week, I mean as a negative thing, like arguments, you know, and obstruction in this kind of stuff. It is because you both have contribution into that, which means you both need to admit that, and you both need to kind of like search the peace. But peace will not be found through arguments, guys. Peace will be found through a mutual understanding. So now let me shuffle, and we can go to Cancer. Second, guys. Okay, so Cancers, the Queen of Wands will be the first card that we face, with the Hangman is the second one, and we do have the Lovers, the third one. So guys, into your career, Cancers, this week you will have an ally on your side, most likely a woman, which is devoted, or kind of like she needs you. But in order to take advantage of your skills, in order to take advantage of your knowledge as well, if you want to say it that way, first thing that she needs to do is to help you. So this week you can expect, Cancers, a woman that is around you to take a hand into your difficulties and to cope into your problems, and take a participation into their resolutions as well. This woman, it's a most likely a woman. Again, it could be also a man, but this person, should I call it that way, it is quite well aware what you are capable of and what you cannot do right now. And if this is about your boss and about your supervisor, you need to know that they're completely aware that the setbacks you do have into your career are not because you're not professional enough, it's not because you lack skills or you lack knowledge or this kind of stuff, but because the circumstances right now are not depending on you. Excuse me guys, I have something like a cold, and anyway, so with that being said, they will approach the matter with a acute understanding of the situation and acute understanding of your position. And at the end of the day, you, with siding with them, you will be able to resolve your issues this week. So if you have a setback upon your on a project of yours, if you have a setback on your on an agenda of yours, you can expect that this week, guys, with a mutual work with this person, these difficulties are going to be resolved, or the very least, your thing, your agenda is going to be put back into stir, and everything will go back into normal into your career. However, after that, this person, it is likely to invite you in a different activity. It is likely to invite you in a different project. It could be a third-party project, but I mean like a private job, like a private work, or working for a different company, something like this. And you need to know that the task that they are going to give you, it is completely within your competence. It is completely within your skills, and it is completely within your knowledge. So you will have the necessary means to accomplish the task, excuse me, flawlessly to its 100% max potential after that. And when that happens, guys, there will be rewards. It is just the cards doesn't tell what kind of rewards. But regardless of that, why you have to focus right now, Cancers, on the difficulties you do have this week, and how you can use that person to benefit the most your activities and the resolutions the resolution of your difficulties. Talking about relationship with these cards, you and your partner here are going to start thinking about what is missing. You know, what is missing to the relationship? Why? I mean, your relationship may not be in a dangerous place. You know, it may not be threatened. I mean, it could be flawless right now, but that sense of missing things, of something is missing in there, will be wafting in the air. And under missing, I mean, what is obstructing you guys to go on forward? You know, what is obstructing you to make it something bigger than what it is right now? This is what I'm talking about, that this is going to missing. And so when it's kind of realized, or it's kind of found, let's say it could be that because you are lacking trust into your partner, or they could lack trust into your partner. It is maybe because you don't live together, or it's maybe because, you know, you're not spending much time together. Something is missing in the relationship itself, and you are about to find out that you and your partner through someone else. And under someone else, I mean someone like, it could be therapist, or it could be, you know, a mutual friend. It doesn't have to be a therapist. It could be just your mother, or the mother of your partner, or an aunt, or whatever. It is a third party person. That's not the point. The point is that this person, guys, is going to kind of bring sense into the matter. I mean, they are going to tell you, come on people, I mean, if you are loving one another, you know, why you are not progressing any further? I mean, what is the real reason that you are sitting on one place right now and you are not making further steps to reach a evaluation into your relationship? And that will make you think around that question, and will make you start asking yourself, truly, what is making me not moving any steps forward? And after it is defined for every single one of you guys, someone is really bothering me on Facebook. So where were I? Oh yeah, it is. So when you and them find out what is kind of missing, that will be to a certain extent a breaking point. And under a breaking point, Cancers, I mean a point where you and your partner are going to realize, is it worth it bringing the relationship to the next level? Is it worth it to make it even more deeper? Okay, and this is again a choice that comes to you, Cancer, and it is a choice that you need to make. But when it comes to that, you again need to be true to yourself, and you have to kind of like see through the skin, if I can say that way, of your partner, and you have that sense how faithful they are and how committed they are. This is a sense that will be granted to you this week, guys. So follow your instincts if it when it comes to how far that person is gonna go. Don't follow your logic, but in the same time, when it comes to a point and you realize how far that relationship could go, you need to be true to yourself. Do you really want what you're going to find at the end of the tunnel, you know, and or at the end of the cave? So now let me shuffle, and we are going to go to Leo. So for Leo, we do have the Knight of Wands with the Four of Wands with the Page of Wands. So Leo, 3 Wands cards, and that will be quite passionate week, a week full of activities, and in the same time it will be quite an emotional week. Emotional, why? It is because you are about to reach a major progress into your work, especially talking about career, as this is mostly career oriented week. You're about to finalize a certain project, guys, and you're about to set a closure into there, a successful ending, it is what I can say that way, to a task given to you from your bosses. Now it is important here to be noted that there are 2 people involved into this, most likely. Now one, well, 2 people, how can I place it in words? I mean, I know the connection, it is a little bit hard to explain it, so let me approach the situation that way, guys. 2 kind of people involved into the finalizing of your job, of your project, okay? One of them was contributed into the project with their, let's say, brilliant maneuvers and brilliant skills of actions, and the other one was contributed to your project with their ideas, okay, and their unstandard thinking and their positive attitude. So this kind of team now is going to part ways, and you take to choose which person you are going to continue forward with, okay? So most likely we are talking about a man and a woman here, and I can advise you to go with the woman. It is because the man, Leo's, the Knight of Wands, it is very inconsistent. What I mean is that they jump into something new, and as soon as they lose interest, even if that thing is not finished, they are going to drop it off. And when they lose interest in you, they are going to drop off you as well. So you better go with the woman here, which is the Page of Wands. And by going with her, I mean she's always going to strive for bigger challenges, which is going to improve your personal standard, which is going to improve your personal performance, and is going to make you always ask for more, guys. And that is awesome as well. It's going to make you realize how professional, how skilled, and how good you are, and how strong you are. So that being said, guys, you are about to make a very important connection this week with one of these people. Which one, career wise, which one, that is entirely up to you to decide, Leo. I mean, you're gonna make it with both of them, but which one you're gonna choose to follow or to go along, it is up to you. My suggestion is the woman. But apart from that, guys, I said that the week is going to be emotional regarding your career. It is because you're going to celebrate the victory here. You're going to celebrate the work well done, the job well done. You're going to celebrate the finalization of something that you have worked upon for quite a while now. Talking about your relationship, with these 3 cards, a lot of passion will stream among you. I don't believe that these are people when it comes to relationship, but it is about a lot of passion, and it is about a lot of closures. And closures in a sense that you are going to realize, and your partner as well is going to realize, what are the true feelings that you do have toward one another. Are you just friends with benefits? Are you lovers? Or are you mates? You know, are you soulmates? These kind of stuff, these kind of perceptions are going to be realized. And from there, Leo, it will be kind of like paramount what kind of direction you are gonna take, because these 2 cards, the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands here, are expressing the 2 directions from the realization of the true value of your relationship. And the parts are 2, guys. Really, you can become more serious, or you can take your relationship more lightly. Now, becoming more serious means that you need to start thinking wider. You need to start thinking in a bigger, broader scheme of things, where you should start thinking about, can I make a family with this person? Can we have kids? I mean, what is going to be if we start living together? And these kind of stuff. The other part is, you know, to leave the things as they are and just, you know, start scamping around your surroundings for different suitors. It is because, for what it seems, if you go on with that road, knowing that you still do make interest in other people than your partner, is going to boost your ego and is going to boost your self-esteem as well, and that will help you in a certain extent. I mean, I don't mean that you have to cheat and you have to flirt with somebody else, but that kind of like attention from the other people is going to make you feel much more comfortable in your own skin, and also it's going to make you feel more happier as well. Let me shuffle now and we can go to Virgo. So for Virgo, we have the Queen of Swords with the Page of Pentacles, with the Magician. So guys, this is going to be a very tenacious drive from your behalf, okay? Where you will want to make the things faster than the things can be made, and that will be quite normal for your behalf, Virgo. It is because this week you, let's say it that way, guys, you're about to realize that you're just wasting time with taking on so meticulously into your projects that you're working currently. So you will want to rather run through them faster, so you can take on something much more serious on your behalf and much more productive as well. That being said, Virgos, you should be aiming this at the start of this week to finalize whatever you couldn't at the end of the previous week, you know, to finish your paperwork, for example, to finish up your calls that you had to make in this kind of stuff. I don't know what you're working, guys, with everybody will be different. But after that, the hint here is with this person is because this person are dealing with something very important and with something very productive, with something that can give you unfoldments as well. They need help, and they also have a room for additional member into their team, and that's why you have to finalize your thing so you can be either chosen or you can import yourself into their team, because this person will have nothing against you going and working with them, as long as you are productive and as long as you are not holding the team back or holding them back. Now, what is good here about your career, guys, is that you are going to win followers, or kind of like you are going to win admirations, okay, with people that let me think about that. So it's kind of like, not that people had doubted you till now, Virgos, but they had no idea what you're capable of into your career, okay? And when you finalize your ongoing things right now at the start of the week, and you go and start coping with this person upon that project, people are going to be surprised seeing you that you are actually very skilled into something different than what you're doing right now. And one of these person could be your boss or could be your supervisor. So at at this point you have to look upon that kind of upon that situation as a opportunity, guys, to shine forward for a promotion, you know, to make yourself to announce yourself, excuse me, that you are deserving promotion, raise, and these kind of stuff. Talking about your relationship here with these cards, well, relationship wise, that could go in different way for every single one. So let me try to explain you the let me try to explain you how the cards are, you know, contributing to one another. It is guys about insights, and it is about an insight, not just how far one relationship can go, but can you live with this person, okay? And it is about to find out, is this person with me for what I am or for what I do possess? Is this person with me because they truly love me and because they truly like me, or they're with me for someone else, for something else? This week are going to be an insights that you are about to receive, and probably someone else are going to tell you or going to open your eyes to those kind of insights, that you are either wasting or not wasting your time. And either way, at the end of the week, there will be a devotion that you are going to take on, okay? And if you decide that you are wasting your time with your relationship, it won't be long before you find a new amusement, a new spark of emotions into someone else, okay? But if you decide that you're not wasting time with your relationship, I mean, your partner is resourceful, your partner is promising for your future, for making families and this kind of stuff, if you become a little bit more colder than toward them, and they have been colder towards you, it is very possible that this week, guys, a new emotions of warmth are going to immerse in between you two. So there will be no more that cold sense and that cold feelings in between one another. Okay, so next one comes Libra. Let me shuffle, guys. Oh, by the way, people, those who share the live stream are going to, one of them is going to be chosen for at the next weekly for a personal 3 cards reading. Oh my god, I just looked myself at the camera. I don't know if this is just the cold, guys. I'm just looking terrible. Jesus. I hope it's not a flu. This is the last thing I need right now, a flu. Okay, so Libras. 3 of Cups with the 6 of Wands, with the King of Pentacles. So guys, that will be a week of changing here, and changing through a recognition. Okay, so let me explain it that way to you. Okay, this speaks quite a lot, these cards, and I'm quite impatient to to give you the explanation. So you Libras most likely have been given a task previous week, a task that the person, talking about your career here, guys, a task that the person gave it, which gave it to you, did not believe quite much that you will do and will be able to cope with the task quite well. Now excuse me, now for their surprise, you're actually doing much better than they have anticipated. As a matter of fact, you're doing much better than anybody they had taken on the task before you. And that's why you are about to receive rewards. You may receive a bonus at your job, guys. You may receive a promotion. But you will definitely receive a recognition. You will be recognized for what you are doing there, and that being said, it will be quite a grand achievement. But you need to know that the grand work, the grand thing, it is far from done. And there is a lot more to be achieved from it. That being said, you should not drop off your guard, or rather, like, you should keep up with the good job. Now, because we do these cards are showing, guys, that you are not going to work alone. First of all, you're going to work in a team with people. But this is what I'm trying to tell you, guys, into your career. These people had a really diminished opinion for you. What I mean is that they thought that you will not be able to keep up with them. Well, guess again, you are. And actually, they are learning quite a lot from you. People with private business, guys, they're going to prove themselves capable of executing in a certain business plan, and for that they are going to receive a support. They're going to receive an investor into their private business, or that could be a client that is going to place you huge order, guys, which it can kind of like feed your business for quite a while. Now, talking about your relationship with these cards, guys, it is Libras. It is also a very positive. These cards are talking about most of it for engagement. Okay, so you may receive a proposal. Let's say that your your boyfriend is acting weird recently, and kind of like they're asking weird questions, and they're trying to see how you're going to react if they commit even deeper. So you may be asked to get engaged with them. But regardless of that, guys, these cards are showing that you need to show to the world what fantastic relationship you do have. You need to show to the world the full radiance of your partner, and you shouldn't be ashamed of them, not at all, because there are such people which are ashamed from the person that they are with, or kind of like the person they are with are shaming them when they go out. Well, you need to know that everybody radiates with their own beauty, and it's kind of like you need to show to the world what kind of beauty you do have by your side. But above everything else, you need to stop for a little bit and start thinking, what treasure I do have into this relationship, you know, in a sense of, can I find better person toward the most important things in life, like being faithful, like being trustworthy, like being you know, like being someone that is going to be there for me when it's needed, you know, in this kind of stuff. Not someone that is into the aesthetic, into the words. I mean, people could say that they love you, people could say many things, but they don't mean that they are true. And we're not talking here also about actions, but we are talking about a state of mind. Because when one person is determined to be with you to the very end of it, they will be, regardless of what they do or regardless of what they are saying. It is because sometimes there are things that cannot be said, sometimes there are things that cannot be done. Okay, and how can I place it in words, guys? Well, I deviated a lot from the thing itself. So long story short here, you need to realize that, or kind of like, you need to acknowledge that if you are with this person, you are feeling secure and you are feeling comfortable for for the devotion that they are putting in a sense that these people will be there with you to the end of the thing, and to the end of the thing in a sense that you Libras are the only one right now that can end your relationship, because you are recognized, guys, as the one, okay, at this very moment. Let me shuffle now, guys, and we can go to Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpios. King of Wands is the first card, with the Two of Pentacles, with the Ace of Wands. This week, guys, it is about what? Making money. Regarding your career, this is screaming for a proposition. A proposition which will seem a little bit, how can I place the words here, guys? A little bit immature, or kind of like a lack of seriousness will be in this proposition. It will be like, look, man, if you want to do it, do it. If you don't do it. I don't care, and this kind of stuff. But in reality, that proposition is presenting you with a wonderful opportunity to become a very recognized person, to become someone of authority, to become a leader of a team, to become a person that really matters. It could be a proposition for a new job. If it is that, guys, if it is a proposition for a new job, you need to know that this new job, you have a long way to go. And under a long way to go, I mean a huge amount of progress can be made, in a sense that you will not be stuck into one place and into one into one position forever, but you will constantly be promoted from one to another in this kind of stuff. So that being said, guys, if this is about a new proposition for a job, okay, you need to know that there is a great potential in that job, even though you may start a little bit lower than what you're working right now in terms of salary and in terms of authority. Now these cards are showing that a person is going to, let's say, is going to boost your enthusiasm, and is going to boost your self-esteem, to make money, to be productive, to be someone who really take cares for oneself. One person, this one here, is going to make you aware of unexplored opportunities for you, Scorpio, to make money. They are going to reveal in front of you these small things that can give you additional income, things that you couldn't figure out right now. I mean, people were making money from them for ages. You are doing them, but you are unaware how to make profit out of them. This is what is going to happen this week, guys, and it will be increase into your income, and that increase will start with rather small amounts, but it could go for a long run. I mean, it could constantly start improving and improving. Talking about your relationship here with these cards, guys, most likely affecting those who are single. And you need to know that yes, you will have suitor, okay, on your behalf, but that suitor will be more interested into your material side than emotional side, which means that they will either be interested more into your outer look and your pocket, rather than what you feel and what you can offer as a emotional comfort. So you have to be quite aware and kind of like quite vigilant when someone approaches you and start talking you sweet words, you know, and start talking to you sweet things. If we're talking about ongoing relationship, guys, I believe that these cards are talking that you are about to see things from a different angles. I mean, what I mean is that you are about to see that there is more than one way to approach a certain situation. And also, if you do have difficulties right now with your partner, that week is going to present you with an opportunity to make up with it. But it will be rather tough because it will require quite tenacious chase. So let's say that you and your partner are not speaking together, and if you try to call them, they will hang up the phone. However, that shouldn't discourage you to stop trying. This is what I mean under tenacious. Under tenacious, you have to keep on trying and trying, and eventually, I mean, things are gonna get better. What I mean is that they will respond to your to your efforts to make things right into one relationship. Now let me shuffle and we can go to Sagittarius. One second, guys. Okay, so Sagittarius, Nine of Cups with the Sun card, with one second, guys, with the Moon card. Just one second, guys. Give me 1 second with these. Okay, so this is I just needed to cope with the cards. Okay, so these cards are showing you that this week will be all about indulgence and pleasure. Okay, for you, indulgence and pleasure toward the results that you are going to reap from the efforts you have planted. Especially talking about your career, guys, you are about to see that your maneuvers in the previous week, your plans, your actions, your contribution to the projects that you have worked upon, or the ideas that you have gave into your colleagues and these kind of stuff, they are simply starting to give results. Okay, so let's say that you are a salesman, okay, and you have negotiated that big deal in the previous week, let's say in Friday or Thursday, and your client said, I'm going to think about it. Okay, and this week they are going to approach you and they will say that they are actually agreed to make the deal, and you will be very, very happy from that, because there will be for you in it as well. What I mean is that you may receive a certain bonus or a raise in payment, but that's the thing here, guys. Yeah, it will be a great achievement this week. I mean, this week into your career, you're going to indulge into the fruits of your labor. But however, this shouldn't make you feel like this is the maximum out of what you can reach into your career, because in order to make that impression that you are the person, you are the man, as it is said, into your career, you keep on working in the same how can I place in what? you need to keep on working with the same standards as you have worked right now. What I mean is that, yeah, these achievements are great. Yeah, they're going to give you happiness. Yeah, they're going to give you raise or bonuses and these kind of stuff. But in order to make these things, all these things long lasting, you need to continue on contributing into it a little bit further, you know, a little bit more, because the job haven't been done right now. The only thing that obscures me here and that baffles me, that will be the moon card. Now, the moon card in that place is saying, guys, that something is cooking for you. Okay, maybe your bosses have a plan for you and they're not sharing it with you. Maybe somebody else is cooking something for you. The main thing is that it's toward a better end, you know. It is toward a good end. However, because it is unknown right now, if you take on something very responsible to work upon right now and something very important, you may kind of like don't have the room when this thing is already cooked and it is served to you to consume, which is going to be a great and big thing. Okay, so that being said, this week, guys, you should not take on new additional stuff or new additional things. I mean, what is cooking is not going to be given to you this week, and you should kind of restrict yourself. Sagittarius is taking on a long-term project this week. Rather, as I said, this week you try to consolidate and solidify your achievement right now and your success in business, because your success in business is imminent, and most likely it's gonna bring you a monetary success as well into your career. Into your relationship, guys, the things are going to unfold so naturally and so beautifully that you will start wonder, is this real? This is the main reason here. This is the main interpretation here from these cards. You are going to start wondering, is this too good to be true, guys? Because everything that you contribute to your partner, I mean, any activity that you and your partner both invest yourself into, is going to give tremendous result. You'll have such a big happiness from it. I mean, your partner will start doing things that makes you feel happy. You will want to do things that make your partner feel happy, and the whole happiness, guys, Sagittarius, is that you're going to experience into your relationship. You're about to realize that you never experienced that before, and that is gonna scare you to a certain extent, and it may make you little bit more passive, because you will feel it like something unusual, something out of the ordinary, like something isn't right. Okay, and just as one feels that something isn't right but cannot define what, they are kind of like taking a passive state, you know, so they can see where the madness is coming from. The thing is that there is no madness. Okay, and you should not keep up the motion with making your partner happy, because this is what is going to happen here, Sagittarius. Is as much happier you make your partner, the more happier you will become, because your partner will try to aim, and they are going to aim to make you happier than you are happy right now. And this strive of you both making each other happy will never end if executed correctly. So basically, from now on, guys, you can have what is called the perpetuum mobile into your relationship. Perpetuum mobile is something perfect, something without any disadvantage, something that as much as you give in, as much as you get out of it. Okay. So that was for Sagittarius. Now we are going to Capricorns. Okay, so the Lovers card comes for the Capricorns with the Page of Pentacles, with the Knight of Pentacles. So for Capricorns, this is also a phase of waiting, guys. There is, especially career-wise, there is a very, very important choice you Capricorns need to make. And that choice, guys, could be only made by you meticulously thinking of what is in there for you. Well, that's obvious, but not only. I mean, look, this is how it stands. Yeah, I mean, this situation, I mean, this project that is given to you, or kind of like this job that is given to you, it could be very beneficent. I mean, it could be for a much money, and it could be for you know, a lot of income. The thing is what you invest into it and what you sacrifice into it. And here the choice comes from the choice comes to that, to get as much as you can for the less effort as you can invest in. So talking about your career, guys, with these cards, it is all about where you're feeling comfortable at working. So you need to start investing your time, your energy, and your health only at the places that you are feeling comfortable at working. This isn't about money again, okay? It is about where you're feeling peaceful. It is about where you're feeling cherished. It is about where you're feeling recognized. It is about where the things are simple and not complicated. It is about where there is no drama into your job, but just people who are doing their responsibilities, and no one is messing with others people agendas. It is also about your career in a sense of how long this job can go. So jobs that you can be thrown any single moment of them shouldn't give you the interest of them right now. I mean, you need to focus on these jobs which can stay with you to the very end. For example, let's give you an example. Let's say that you're working on 2 different projects which are not yours. Both of these projects aren't yours to call the shot, okay? And one of these projects is for a lot of money, but the person that is leading it thinks that you are expendable, okay? The other project is not for that much money, but the person that leads that project thinks that you are irreplaceable asset to the project. Which project you should devote yourself into with these cards? The one that the person thinks that you are invaluable asset. What I mean is not invaluable but irreplaceable asset, because eventually in the in a long-term future that project will pay off. Same goes if you have to choose in between 2 jobs. It is best for you to choose the job that you know that people really needs you for less money, than the job that people think that you are expendable, and which job is for bigger amounts of money. It is because they will try you, and who knows, they may not like you. They may tell you you're great, you do your job, but you're not what we're looking for, you know. So, and you will be left with nothing. So what I'm trying to say here, Capricorns, regarding your career, guys, is about that you need to bet on the secure choice here rather than to gamble, just so you can take a little bit more from it. Or, well, it could be a lot more from it, but in in a certain sense, guys, you have to be more focused on the long-term future rather than the short-term future. Talking about your relationship, I think that these cards are showing approach from your partner, approach which is going to be a little bit unusual for them, and they will approach you and they will apologize for something. I don't know for what, but they will see how big apathy you have toward the relationship, how much you stop caring at all for the relationship itself, and how much, you know, you basically don't give a crap. Are you gonna go with that relationship, or you will become alone alone after it. And they will approach you and they will apologize. They will try to show you that there is still something within them for you, in a sense that they can still give you more than than they are giving you right now. I mean, this week, Capricorns, is all about your partner contributing for your comfort and for proving that they still love you, and that they are still faithful to you, and that they are still committed and devoted to make either family or to stay into that relationship and to contribute for your personal happiness. Now, those singles, these cards are showing, guys, that a friend of yours is going to approach you with that. A friend of yours which is going to make you a confession of that they have feelings toward you which goes beyond friendship. And how you're going to react and take on that, and how you're going to proceed after that kind of confession, depends entirely up to you. So let me shuffle now, and we are going to Aquarius. Okay, so for Aquarius, the Hermit is the first card with the Three of Swords. Well, that will be the first rather negative. Well, it doesn't have to be a negative, but with the Queen of Cups, revelations, guys, insights, realizations is about that week. Most likely relationship orientated. The week shows you that the pain you have experienced till now had worth it. Okay, it taught you something. It showed you the true path. It showed you that, let's say that you have broke with your relationship. It showed you that you cannot be with the same type of people that you have been till now, but you need to change the criteria. You need to change your demands for what you want to have next to you from your next partner, if that is about a recent breakup. Okay, and also they do show that you will have a very faithful, supportive by your behalf, a person that is standing behind you, and it always will give you a shoulder to lean on. It always will be there to listen to you and to what you say, just for the sake of saying it and to relieve your nerves. It will be always there to support you emotionally. But that person, it is in fact the main reason why you're going to realize that the recent heartache you had into your relationship did matter. Okay, and it has a huge contribution toward your future development. How can I place it in words? Future development into I'm trying to find the word here, guys. Future development into your hardness in one's feelings. Okay, so you're going to realize that opening yourself so much, to a certain extent, toward people which you know so little about, it's only gonna hurt you, guys. This is a realization that you are going to reach, and you will stop becoming that trusty to people. Okay, trusty, I mean that you are giving away your trust quite easily. That being said, this recent heartache also is going to make you aware that you deserve much more. you deserve much more, in a sense that let's say that a project failed for you into your career. You will realize that this project, it is basically was way too tough for way less, let's say, benefits and rewards that you will get at the end. That being said, you're going to realize that you're not appreciated into your job right now that you're working at, and most likely that is going to force you to start applying new job CVs, applications, in these kind of stuff, to find out the place that you will be mostly cherished. But as I said, this is as far as it goes about career, of realizing that at the place you are right now, you are not recognized as well as you should be. But the thing is that this is more about relationship, guys. This is about you realizing that the person you are with, it is not the one that you have thought he is or she is. It is not the one that you have loved, because you loved a mask, you loved a premonition. And right now the mask has fallen, and even if there are no problems into the relationship, you will kind of like start feeling that this isn't the person you first met. And I'm not saying that you will stop loving them. Just on the contrary, you may realize that they deserve more love than you are giving them right now. They deserve more contribution into that into that relationship that you're giving them right now. Or you may realize that they're not worthy for your love. It goes both ways. But what is the point here, guys, is that you will realize that you have been deceiving yourself until now for your relationship. For the good or for the bad, it depends on your personal situation, but you will realize that you have been deceiving yourself until right now. And right now you realize the deception. Now right now you are going to realize what your true approach to what that situation needs to be, and you're going to take it. And this is not going to be liked by many people. It's not going to be liked by your suitors that are just waiting for you to break your relationship so they can kind of like have you for themselves. Or it's not going to be liked by those which wants you to stay in that relationship. You know, it depends which kind of path you take. And last but not least, we are going to Pisces. Let me shuffle, guys. Okay, so Pisces, Two of Wands with the Ten of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. Guys, this is about solidifying your positions, especially talking about your career. Okay, so into your career, this is success. Into one business is success. Into one project, this is about increasing things in a monetary sense, but it is also about being satisfied of one's achievements. So you can expect, Pisces, this week into your career, guys, to reach a certain height, okay, a maximum of your potential. And then what's going to happen is that you will realize that you need more. It is basically how it is. You need more, and you will frantically start wanting that the things are happening right now, to start happening right now in this very moment. And here is the danger, guys. In your strive, in your slog to create stability, to create order among chaos into your career, guys, you may become quite bruising, and you may start pushing away people from yourself. Okay, so what is the best approach here, guys, is to start learning and to start mastering a new skill. A skill that is making you feeling comfortable, something that you wanted to master for quite a while now, but you didn't have the time to do so. mastering skill and mastering and obtaining knowledge. It is what is going to consolidate and solidify your work. Now the achievements that you have reached, although they are great and they will give you a great satisfaction, you need to know that they're not your maximum, okay? So you shouldn't be satisfied to your outer limits. Rather than you should be happy about it, but you also need to realize that you need progress, guys. You need more additions to your background. And it doesn't mean that this has to be a new degree or a new diploma. It could be just a new qualification, or it could be just a new article that you're going to read about the thing that you're not very good at doing and learn from that article. You know, it could be a couple of videos in YouTube, for example, how to make I don't know, how to make a face design in Katia. It's a software, for example. And these kind of stuff, a little bit education. What I mean, this week it will be needed for you to improve your own personal limits and your own personal standards, which are going to solidify your career, okay, are going to solidify your place at the company you're working at, and as well is going to bring you success into your projects, and it is not excluded a monetary increase. This card is a rare opportunity, guys, to further one's goal. Don't miss it, okay? And the one's goal is about improvement and unfolding, climbing up the ladder of the hierarchy. This is always one's goal. And to climb the ladder of the hierarchy here, you need to know more, you need to be able to do more. So in any time that you have for yourself, try to learn something for the profession you're working at. Is going to give you great benefits. Talking about your relationship with these cards, it's obvious this is a opportunity, guys, to solidify your relationship through surprises and through showing to your partner that you are not as boring as they think you are, and through that you are open-minded and I don't know how it's called in English, but when you kind of accept everything that comes, everything unknown that comes in your way with curiosity and with an urge and eager to try it out and to explore it. So, and my whole point here for you Pisces, that you need to show to your partner that you are willing to make development, you are willing to improve, you are willing to widen your acceptance and your perceptions for the relationship itself. And that being said, you need to realize, guys, that there will be required a little bit of alignment in the sense that this unusual, and I'm saying unusual, burst of energy, of eagerness to experience new things with your partner may make them feel a little bit uneasy and uncomfortable, and they may withdraw for a couple of days or for a little while. But you shouldn't stop there, guys, because eventually they will submit to your kind of like to your motion and to your inertia as well. And from there, as I said, the rare opportunity to further one's goal, which is to consolidate your relationship, will be achieved. Okay, and because we do have the Ten of Cups, the whatever, guys, you reach at the end of this week, whatever you achieve and you kind of like work on, either into your career or into your relationship, is gonna satisfy you, is gonna bring you pleasure, and it's gonna bring you happy emotions that you have been productive and that you are one step closer to your success and to your calling, if you want to say it that way. Grace, how to get the Liberals out of Canadian government? Well, I don't know. Usually this is done by, you know, well, I don't want to say it, but yeah, I mean, with protests. This is done with protests or with voting. I mean, if in one government there is a fraction or a party that people don't like, it is because people don't go to vote or people vote for the wrong person. I mean, this is just my personal opinion, guys. Well, I will leave the political dramas for another time and for another moment and maybe another video, because I don't want to politicize my videos, guys. This is only about the the weekly readings, and I really appreciate, guys, your tenacity to watch me tonight. Frankly, I couldn't bear myself. I have headache. I'm ill for what it seems. Again, something is going on with me. I have to check myself out. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I cannot express myself how happy I am to have you here, guys, and to be your host. And again, don't forget that if you share the live stream or you share the video of this live stream, next week I'm gonna choose one of you for 3 cards personal reading. So this will go on from now on, and I may increase the amount of people I will choose from now on, guys. It does depend how well it's gonna go, but yeah, this is a new activity that I'm participating at. If you share the live stream or the video after the live stream, you will be there will be a random choosing for the next weekly, and the person chosen is going to receive a 3 cards personal reading. With that being said, if you do want your personal reading, guys, you can always purchase one at www.tarotpredictions.net, which is written here in the description of the video. And as soon as you make your purchase, if you fail to contact me through the contact form, because not everybody is get used with that kind of communication through websites, I am. And if I for the first time would have purchased, say, a reading from my website, I wouldn't fill up the contact form, just so you know. And I will contact you maybe a day later, but I will contact you so we can schedule your the appropriate time for both of us. And with that being said, guys, I really hope that these readings are helping to you, and we're going to see each other around for the next one. And until then, guys, I wish you best of luck with the week that is coming, and see you next time. Bye.